Faith-Free family to another Faith-Free family moment. I hope you're having a great day. I want to encourage you, if you weren't able to be with me yesterday or have a chance to listen to a family moment yesterday, please do. I addressed as a church some of the things going on right now in the current state of this virus and some of the other regulations and different things going on. So I just encourage you to do that. I want to talk for a few days about trials. We're facing them. And it's not whether we're going to face trials in our life. That's not the question. The question is, will we face them in a healthy way? That's the question on the table. Listen to what James says in James chapter 1, verse 2 through 4. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials. He doesn't say if. When you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect, complete, lacking in nothing. And then in verse 12, read, blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. Remain steadfast under trial. How to do it in a healthy way, right? How do we face trials in a healthy way? We need trials. According to James, we do. And I don't know about you, sometimes you look at that passage, count it all joy, brethren, and say, I hate that verse. I have a hard time counting it as joy. I think we would all agree with that. But we need trials. The reason we need them, for within the trials lies treasures that provide us wisdom and focus to live abundantly. Listen, an absence of struggles is not evidence we're maximizing life. Not at all. A joy-filled and impacting life is forged from the challenges that life brings, from the trials that God allows in our life. And God never wastes anything. He won't waste what comes into your life. He wants to use it to grow you, to build you, to expand you and your impact. I know I faced and do face several challenges in my journey. I've huddled together with Cindy against the cold winds of fear, doubt, and uncertainty through the cancer. Still do. And yet God has used them. He hasn't wasted them. He's provided opportunities for us to share on a national level that we never would have dreamt. But God doesn't waste it. And he's used those trials, and I'm so grateful. And as we have journeyed together, Cindy and I, it hasn't been as tragic as what other people's face, but it is our journey. And we're learning that what the treasures that were within them are priceless. That we could say and understand, maybe in a minute way, what David said, it was good for me to be afflicted that I might learn your ways. And so what a thing to be able to say, right? It was good for me that I had trials, God. Thank you for the trial, for I learned more about you. And I learned more about what it means to walk with you. Malcolm Muggeridge once said, every happening, great and small, is a parable whereby God speaks to us, and the art of life is to get the message. The art of life is to get the message. I hope you get the message of your trials. I hope you listen with an ear towards heaven. I don't know, it's like you, sometimes we can sail through life and the waters are calm and just like all of a sudden, turbulence. Or sometimes it's just an intensity that starts to grow and grow, and all of a sudden you step back and say, wow, this is really getting heavy. I don't know, it could be depression you're facing. You can't see a way out of a black hole, or maybe you're disabled and the pain and the handicap have become too much to accept in your mind and very difficult to deal with. Maybe you were faced abuse as a child and you're really trying hard to work your way through it. Those are pretty intense trials, and I understand that. And those things you don't deal with them overnight. In some cases, they're a lifelong battle. Maybe you're facing cancer, weeks of chemotherapy, and you aren't sure if you have the strength for another day. Maybe you're facing extreme financial pressures, especially now with jobs being lost and small businesses really suffering, and you're facing a difficulty trying to get out from a pile of bills. We all have trials. We all face them. But again, the question is not whether you'll have trials. The question is, will you walk through them in a healthy way? God wants you and I to have hope, to realize where our security is. He wants us to have a deep, abiding peace as we journey. And if you focus only on the pain and only on the problems, you're going to experience defeat and despair. But if you focus on the lessons, you'll continue to grow. When we're surprised by trials, or they grow in intensity, we're also going to be surprised to find that the very thing we dread is the very thing in which we discover treasures. May God richly bless you today.